So, welcome guys. This is a week of firsts for me. My first YouTube video and my first electric bike. Yep, you heard it right. Look at this. My Zero S. 11 grand's worth of electric motorcycle. Now there's been quite a few videos made of these things already. People tend to focus on the electric motor and the battery range. Yeah, okay. So that's quite important. What we got, 14.4 kilowatt battery and 11 kilowatt motor. He goes like a train, it's hilarious. Makes power like nothing I've ever ridden. I've also ridden the ZRF, which is just as mental, well, somewhat more mental than this. But I don't want to focus on the battery and the range and that sort of thing. I want to focus on the bike itself, because £11,000 is a lot of money for a motorbike. But look at what you get with this motorbike. Quality components, quality construction, Showa suspension front and rear, fully adjustable, braided brake lines, ABS, and look at the way it's appointed, you know, the quality of the foot pegs, etc. Look at the side stand. I've never seen such, in 40 years of riding motorcycles, I've never seen such a chunky side stand. It's amazing. Almost maintenance free belt drive, nice wheels, nicely finished. It's just a well appointed bike. I was a bit concerned when I first got it, with only the single disc and 185 kilos of bike, but it's absolutely fine. The brakes have got a good bite to start with, and it pulls up nice and quick. Now on my way home from work today, I went down my favourite road and give this a bit of stick. It's a bit chilly today, it's only about 6 degrees in the fens and they're bumpy roads, and yeah, it handles well. It slid a little bit a couple of times, but I think that was largely due to the cold weather, and there's a lot of dirt on the roads at the moment. But as you can see, this bike will be used. It's my daily ride, that's why it's dirty. I was going to clean it before I did this video, but I decided against that. From the cockpit, again, it's a nice bike. The only problem I've had so far is with the main beam switch, and that's just the position. Absolutely nothing wrong with the quality of any of the switches on this bike. It's just that I keep flicking the hazard warning lights on instead of the main beam, but I'll get used to that. We'll switch it on. There we go. Not TFT dash, but it's got all the information on there, all the different modes and that, and as you can see, I have in my first week clocked up 285 miles. Bluetooth connectivity, so you can alter, as you can see, it's in custom mode. So my custom mode is set up for maximum power or maximum torque, maximum speed, and no regen on rundown, but lots of regen on the brakes. That way, when I shut the throttle, I'm coasting, which is fine, which is exactly what I want. It makes it feel even more alive than it already does. But yeah, it's a cool video, a cool bike. I'm really pleased with the way it goes. I'm actually pleased with the amount of range I'm getting out of it. I'm getting around 90 miles to a charge at the moment, but the weather's really cold and that has a serious effect on the battery range. But as the summer weather comes around and it warms up, I think we'll be getting more out of it. One thing that was bothering me at first, I looked at the front mudguard and I thought, oh my god, look how short that is. That's just going to pebble dash the front of the bike. Now I had a huge problem with the XJR that I used to own, and the engine constantly looked like it was being blatted by anything that could be thrown at it. And then it occurred to me, this is all plastic. There's nothing bad going to happen to that from road dirt and that coming off. So mudguard there, looks stylish, it's fine. It doesn't need to do anything else. All this is going to wash down really, really easy. Now then, another criticism that I've heard levelled at these bikes is they're too quiet. Now I've always been a firm believer in loud pipes save lives. My XJR 1300 had a 4-into-1 straight through pipe and no baffles, and it was loud. In January this year I was going to work on it, trundling up the road, woman in a car, U-turned in front of me, I didn't stand a chance, bike written off, me in a heap on the road. Now my bike was loud, she never heard me coming. And if you think about it, how many times have you been in your car or sitting in traffic jam and all of a sudden a bike comes flying past you? You don't hear it coming, you just hear it when it's been. And this is the point, the fact that they're quiet makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. People will still pull out in front of you if you're riding, people will still do stupid things like U-turns without looking because they're too interested on being on phones, etc., and playing with the toys in their car to concentrate on actually what they should be, which is driving. So just because it's an electric bike doesn't make you any more vulnerable to being knocked off. You're on a motorbike, you're vulnerable. End of. Anyway, so far I am extremely pleased with this bike. Nothing's fallen off or come loose, which is always a bonus, and as time goes on we'll see how it fares, and you'll get more from me as time goes on, good or bad. Not going to be biased. I quite like this little cubby hole that you get where the petrol tank would have been on a conventional bike. I don't quite know what to do with it. I am considering putting the power pack on it, just so I can put a fast charger on it, because we're installing a fast charger at home in our house to go with our new electric car we're buying, the Nissan Leaf. Anyway, that's my first impressions of my new bike, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you do, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for looking.